Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of White Teeth by Zadie Smith. Zadie Smith is a renowned British writer known for her sophisticated and clever examinations of race, ethnic identity, and culture current. The story goes like this. On New Year's Day in 1975, Archie Jones, who is a middle aged man and who has recently gone through a divorce, tries to commit suicide inside a stationary car. He is discovered by a local halal butcher who rescues him. Refreshed following the acceleration of rescuing people, Archie discovers himself in a residence brimming with young individuals recovering after a celebration. Clara Bowden, an attractive African American woman who is little younger than Archie, is one of these persons. After a period of 6 weeks following the initial date, Archie and Clara are married. Clara and her mother, Hortense Bowden, a dedicated follower of the Jehovah's Witness faith, relocated to London from Jamaica. Clara disregards Hortense's religious convictions. Hortense expresses her disapproval of Clara's decision to marry a Cascayan man subsequent to her marriage to Archie. Although Clara does not experience romantic love for Archie, she holds him in high regard as a kind individual and appreciates the life he provides for her. Shortly after being married, Archie resumes much of his previous single lifestyle, like frequently socializing at O'Connell's, a pub owned by an Arab individual that has become their second residence. He mostly dedicates a significant portion of his time to his companion, Samad Mia Iqbal, in that location. The relationship between Archie and Samad originated during their service in a British Army tank battalion during World War II. Samad and Archie had the chance to carry out the execution of Dr. Perret, a scientist affiliated with the Nazi regime, after helping to arrest him. The two adolescent soldiers argued on who should be responsible for carrying out the act of killing. Archie Jones caused Dr. Perret to go off the road. Following the discharge of a fireman, Archie promptly returned to Samad's vicinity. Their bond was so profound as a result of this dreadful ordeal that it endured for almost 3 decades of being apart after the war. Upon departing Bangladesh in 1973, Samad and his recently married youthful spouse Alsana established their residence in Archie's vicinity in London. For the next 25 years, the Jones and Iqbal families maintained their friendship. Alsana Iqbal and Clara Jones develop a friendship when their spouses spend a significant amount of time together. They bond by their shared experiences as immigrants and being married to older men. Clara and Alsana both give birth at the same time. Majid and Millet are the twin sons of Alsana. Ari is Clara's daughter. The trio of children collectively attend school, participate in recreational activities together, and partake in competitive endeavors. In 1984, as his twins Majid and Millet reach the age of 9, Samad starts to develop romantic affections for their music instructor. Samad, being a devout Muslim, is experiencing significant sorrow due to the relationship. Recognizing his perceived inadequacy as a Muslim role model, he solemnly vows to repatriate the boys to Bangladesh, where they can be raised in a culturally conventional setting. However, Samad has the financial means to transfer only one boy somewhere. After much deliberation, Samad has made the decision to end his relationship with Majid. Alsana responds to Samad's unilateral action by maintaining a prolonged period of silence and harboring intense anger for several years. By the time Millet begins high school, his reputation as a womanizer and physically strong individual in London is both well deserved and carefully nurtured. Irie Jones becomes infatuated with Millet as soon as she enters adolescence. Despite considering Irie as a childhood friend, Millet continues to date him due to her desire for a deeper connection. Irie and Millet are apprehended engaging in the act of smoking following the conclusion of the school day. Students are required to participate in supplementary tutoring as a form of discipline. Joyce and Marcus Chalfens, a pair of older individuals who embrace the hippie lifestyle, serve as the tutors for the individuals in question. Genetic engineer Marcus Chalfens is now developing a novel rodent called the future mouse, which has the ability to produce specialized cells at predetermined times. The Chalfens surpass Irie and Millet. Joyce is deeply infatuated with Millet, showering him with extravagant gifts and providing him with substantial financial loans. Irie serves as Marcus's secretary. The division of Samad's sons has unforeseen consequences. Majid, the eldest son in Bangladesh, cultivates a keen interest in science and adopts an anti-religious stance while favouring the British. Millet undergoes a transformation in London, transitioning from a criminal to a religious extremist. He joins the militant organization Kevin, that is, Keepers of the Eternal and Victorious Islamic Nation, where he participates in the burning of anti-Muslim material. Upon receiving correspondence from Majid in Bangladesh, Marcus Chaffin acquires a new student, Joshua. The firstborn of Joyce and Marcus has recently become a member of FATE, that is, Fighting Animal Torture and Exploitation, an organization dedicated to advocating for animal rights and ending their mistreatment and exploitation. Upon Majid's arrival in Britain from Bangladesh, he assumes the role of an assistant alongside Marcus on the Future Mouse project. Millet and Majid have very opposite viewpoints. Both Joyce Chaffin and the Iqbal family are worried about the increasing bond between Millet and Kevin. They reach the decision that the most favorable line of action is to reconcile the twins. Irie is responsible for organizing the meeting because she was a childhood friend of both males. During Irie's visit to Millet, they engage in a passionate sexual encounter. However, immediately afterwards, Millet humbly kneels down and pleads for forgiveness. Overwhelmed by intense pain, Irie rushes towards Majid and engages in a passionate act of intimacy with him. Shortly thereafter, Irie discovers that she is pregnant and faces the challenge of determining the paternity of her twins. On December 31, 1992, Marcus and Majid arranged a public exhibition showcasing the genetic advancements of future mouse. Detractors of the trials, including as Jehovah's Witnesses, Fate, Kevin, and conservative Muslims like Samad, assemble at the Perrett Institute to observe the inaugural presentation of future mouse. The Jones and Iqbal families are also in attendance. Dr. Mark Perrett is seated at the head table. Samad Iqbal uncovers the fact that Archie Jones had fabricated a story about shooting Dr. Perrett in May 1945. Archie observes Millet brandishing a firearm simultaneously. Once again, Archie positions himself as a barrier between Millet and the person he intends to harm, ultimately saving the intended victim's life. Afterwards, Archie crashes into the table, causing the glass container holding future mouse to break. The mouse disappears into a ventilation shaft. Due to the witnesses' inability to differentiate between the twins, both Millet and Majid are convicted for their attempted homicide. They are sentenced to community service. Joshua Chaffin and Irie Jones develop a romantic relationship. The story reaches its conclusion on the evening of December 31, 1999. Irie, Hortense, her grandmother, Joshua, and a young daughter are seated on a beach in Jamaica. On the inaugural occasion, when O'Connell started allowing women, Archie and Samad engage in a card game with Clara and Nansana in London, and here ends the story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.